guys, I don't know how this was going to look. So I'm like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm at my sister's place, and my God, today, the lighting. I was like, why does your place have only mood lighting? Like, where? I'm going to probably switch locations, but this was where I could get the best lighting for now. But how are you guys? Hello. Wait, not, is it hola? What am I saying? Trying to say? Hola. Yeah, hola. Hola from ATL. So I'm going to be here for a while. You guys know what I'm doing. So yeah, my lives moving forward are going to be like late in the afternoon just because I want to pick a time that everybody can join it because I'm on the East Coast. I know it's a lot um earlier for the West Coast. And also because my sister is that person. She is the person who only has streaming services. She does not have cable, so I can't watch the shows when they happen. I have to watch. I have to wait till the next day when they arrive on streaming services. So I think all of our lives for like probably the next 2 weeks will be around 4 to 6 in that 4 to 6 range. So they'll be starting around that time. But that is what's going on with me. What's going on with you guys? What is going on with you guys, family? Hey, y'all, Boogie. Yes, 13K. We did it. Hey, Shawanda. Shawanda said, I find it curious that Michelle sent Ryan home because she saw red flags. However, she saw red flags with Joe, yet gave him a rose. I honestly think, Shawanda, she was just not attracted to Ryan as well. So that helped, right? That helped make her her decision. No shade. I just think it was probably, maybe his height or his hips. I don't, I'm just throwing stuff out there, but I just don't think she was interested in him. So that was also it. I think Ryan would have went home regardless of the red flags that she saw. So, and there's nothing wrong with a man with childbearing hips. I'm not saying that that's a problem. There are a lot of men with childbearing hips who are in loving relationships with women. Okay. Hey, Dr. M. Hey, Shadia. Thank you. Shadia said, girl, you look beautiful. Let me highlight that. Thank you. It's with this messy lighting. I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to like see. We're gonna do what we're gonna do. We're gonna do what we're gonna do. Oh, thank you. You guys like the lighting. I may stay in this. This may be my corner for the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yes, 13K. We did it. 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 Muriel said, "Hi, Nikki. You look good. Thank you." And I liked in the background. Oh, it's giving Black women in luxury. That is exactly what this place looks like. If she will let me, the tour. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Oh, Nika said, because Joe is fine. Red flags, but fine. Ain't nobody walking past a fine red flag. Even when we know, we're like, you know what, we'll just experience this because he looks amazing. So that happens. Oh, thank you all so much. Guys, congrats to us. We did it. We got us to 13K. Thank you all so much. Listen, Taylor, I want to say he was dragging the wagon while driving that trailer. Tractor, I ain't want to say, but I was like, well, Ryan is thick, okay? Double cheeked up on a Wednesday evening. Oh, God. Thank you all. Simply Simone said, reminds me of that. Oh, I got to find my clicker. Where did I pack it? Simply Simone said, reminds me of that Girlfriends episode. That's where I get it from. Where Jones dated old dude with the hips. Yep, that's exactly where I got it from. Dr. Rim said, I love a guy with hips and a nice good bum. See, so I'm letting y'all know there's nothing wrong with it. Hey, Planning with Danny. Hey, my love. Tracy, you and only you. You and only you. Tracy said, we sold out Wendy's 1 wick $50 candle, Star family. Please, let's get the lights up. Listen, Wendy going to have to send me a candle, okay? I'm not buying Wendy $50 for a 1 wick candle. I'm glad they sold out. You deserve You want to send me one. Oh, that's the new channel. So guys, this Friday, I am releasing my new channel. And that would just be just NikkiStar, like NikkiStar vlogs or whatever. So I'll be vlogging. I'll be showing you what I'm doing here, my Atlanta house hunt. It'll be skincare. I'll be taking you on set with me when I do my acting stuff. I'll take you behind the scenes when I do my auditions. I'll just everything that's not this, right? I'm going to keep this page comedy, reviews, and social and political commentary, things that the talks that we have. I'll leave that here, but that page is just going to be like a lot of, just what I do outside of this. So you'll see the other side. A lot of hauls, especially during the holidays. I got a lot of holiday hauls. I'm taking a birthday trip. I'm going to take you guys along with me there. So yeah, if you're interested, this Friday, I'm so nervous. But we will see. We will see. That is coming up. We got a super chat. Let me get my clicker. Hold on, so Steph. Let me get my clicker. Just like that. I have to be in here. Now move it. I have to start checking this. Just like that. Just my way. So I have to start checking this, right? Because I take this, I use it. I have a book bag where I put like all my equipment and like my computer and everything in there. And I always take this with me because for some reason I'm afraid to check it because I don't want my luggage to get flagged because it's a voice box and there's no way you can like turn it off, right? So I brought it on the plane with me and I forgot that I put it in the front of my book bag. So I went to go right before we take off. I put my book bag under the seat above me, right? As soon as I do that, this is the sound it makes. The whole plane turns around and looks at me. Baby, I kept my head straight like I didn't know what was going on. Because how can I explain that? How can I explain that? Anyway, thank you, So Steph, for the super chat. So Steph says, you look so pretty. I don't watch the show, but I love you. Thank you, sis. I love you too. And thank you for supporting me always. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, So Steph. Yes, baby, I kept my head straight. I was like, I ain't saying nothing. For what? Like, what would that conversation be? Like, absolutely not. What's up, Bria? Hey, my love. We all do, Melissa. Nobody's judging. Nobody's judging. Sometimes I dip my red flags in glitter. Nobody's judging. Birdie B says, you always need something good to look at, red flag or not. I know that's right. Hey, me, Shannon, you sure did. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Pepe, hey, said, yes, Nikki, you look exquisite. You know what? I think I'm going to stay in this corner. I think this is where I'm going to say. There were a few guys that looked like they were for other guys. But listen, probably, but the Bachelor is not ready. The Bachelor and the Bachelorette is not ready for that conversation. But hey, I'm parked here for the whole season. I know that's right. We're going to support our girl, Michelle. We're going to support our girl, Michelle. Tony said, hey, Nikki, love you here. Is that a twist out? Yes. Remember, like in my last live where I had my ponytail stretched, this was the result. That's what I do. Because I can't do the twist out like multiple. It's too much to take out. Like right after I wash my hair, I put in my aloe vera treatment and I do the pigtails and I stretch it. And this is the results. Works for me. Works for me. Thanks for asking, Tony. Yeah. Yeah, I was just like, I'm not going to look around. I'm not going to, because I don't want to have that conversation with everybody. Oh, God. Abigail said, me wanting to watch The Bachelorette last night, but my uncoordinated friends wanted to watch it together, so we all have to reschedule for the weekend. I love it that you and your friends are watching it together. I love that. Miss Gigi88 said, sitting at the playground watching my daughter, and the live popped up. Nikki, you look gorgeous. Thank you, Miss Gigi88. Hey, Johnny's acting channel. Johnny's acting channel said, don't worry, you look good in any light. You better thank God for your skin. I will. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Oh, wait a minute. Mick K said, my mom guessed that Ryan was there for TV as soon as she saw him. Oh, wow. My mom hasn't watched this episode with me because she is knocked out, baby. We have like literally been traveling all day because when we got in here, we had to go get the rental car because my sister is working. So we're not going to be able to see her until like later in the evening. So, while we're, waiting for her to get home, we're going to be looking for stuff, places. And then, we're going to decide. Basically, me and my mom are doing the picking. My sisters will have a choice, but, basically us doing the heavy lifting. If they're watching, love you guys. So she normally watches this and all the housewife shows that I review with me, but she couldn't watch it this time. She's so tired. So I'm going to try to see if she can watch it anytime this week. So by next week, she can be caught up. And if she wants to chime in, she can chime on in. But your mom has a good eye. I Am Also Production said, haven't watched the first episode yet, but I'm excited to discuss it. Let's get into it. Black Lavender said, I'm ready for this messy ride on The Bachelorette. So far, so good. It was really PC this episode. So we'll see when we get into the mess. I will say the Italian guy that owns, I'm sorry to say, like, call out your culture and not your actual name. I forget it in a moment, but I'll figure it out. I don't think he's going to look good. I don't think he's going to look good because in the season trailer, maybe I'll see another side when we see it in full. But Will, like, walking away crying and saying that man is pushing my buttons, it's given bully. I don't know if that will be the case, right? So it may be a different story when we actually watch it. But for right now, he is not looking good. Tony said, oh my God, I need a tutorial on that one because the other kind of twist out is impossible for me. Yes, that's all coming. I promise you that will all be on my other channel. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much, Tracy, for the super chat. Tracy said, send me the link to the new channel, like the video. Absolutely. That will go out to my moderators first. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Tracy. All right, let me get 2 more comments and then we'll get into this review because the episode, I got a Venmo. I'm like, what is that? I got a Venmo from Adez. Thank you so much. Adez said, welcome back to Atlanta, where the players play and we ride on you are in my city. So Nate is the winner, right? But your guy Martin nearly fumbled that flip. Yeah, Martin. Yeah, I was a little disappointed. Martin, I'm kind of getting disappointed in Martin. I don't know why. Him and PJ, I thought were going to be the stars, and they just did not show up this episode. So we will see. Thank you, Adez. Thank you so much. I know there was I won't say spoiler because it hasn't been confirmed. I know there's a rumor saying that Nate is the winner. I don't know. I kind of feel like this show is setting Will up to be, not Will, Joe, right? Joe up to be the winner, but who knows? Who knows? I still can't see it. If it is Nate, I can't see it. So I just rebuke that rumor in the mighty and the matchless name of Jesus. I'm going to get Caitlin, and then I want to get my super chat, and then we're going to start. Caitlin said, I knew Ryan was the one with the notes as soon as I read his bio, and it said that he loves spreadsheets, LOL. Oh, really? I can't believe it. I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw Ryan, I don't know. He just did not. He gave me, he was on the wrong show. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't get scammer, but I was just like, You really here for Michelle? I just got something else. I got something else. Taylor said Michelle looked stunning, best dress I've seen for this series. Clear and Tasia. Clear / Tasia was my first season. LOL. You're not wrong though. You're not wrong. Sunshine, I don't think it's a spoiler. Don't worry. That's just a speculation, and I think it's coming from Reality Steve, who was wrong a lot last season. So take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. I know Nick K said Martin is so fine, but it's giving background character. It is. It is, and I'm a little concerned. I do like Nate. I can't put him in front of the other guys that I'm starting to think will be good for her, right? I just didn't see enough of him. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's because he gives me Sinbad, and there's nothing wrong with Sinbad, but I don't know. It's the earring. I don't know. I don't know. But I just don't see it for him right now. Yikes. Yikes. Nana B said, thanks. I tried to send a message. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I just wanted to say that Michelle is snatched. Oh, yeah. Mother got body. Mother got body, yada, 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 yada. Nana B, yes. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, that was the message you tried to attach. No worries. No worries. Thank you for sending it. And yes, Michelle, snatched. Last comment. Hey, Shanna. Excuse me. Oh, I'm choking on water. Ryan claimed not to know about the Bachelor franchise, but was on Bachelor Live in 2020. He participated in the Bachelor Live on stage, which introduced one lucky fan to several single women. So let's just get into it. Let's talk about it because I have a different outlook on Ryan. I have a different outlook. I really, really do. And let's just talk about it. So the opening was really, really cute. I love the kids, anytime, I'm telling you, anytime you start off the show with kids, you're going to win me over and a lot of people over. Oh, Jamie Lee, thank you so much for the Venmo. Jamie Lee said, hey, Nikki, sending some love. I'll catch the playback. Also, shout out to the Star fam. Remember who I don't remember who suggested watching Love is Blind Brazil. Oh, Reminder. I'm sorry. Is it Reminder? Is that what you're trying to say? Or Remember? Oh, let me read it again. Also, shout out to the Star fam member who suggested watching Love is Blind Brazil in a previous chat. I'm invested. I am too. So that's coming up as well. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jamie. Thank you. So yeah, anytime you start with kids, you're going to win me over. I thought it was so cute. For me, it didn't seem fake. I really felt like you could tell that Michelle has a really good relationship with those kids. And I could tell that they were really excited for her and really happy for her. And I was too. Because she looked absolutely great in this role. And I think for a first-time Bachelorette, like, listen, I know that she was, hold on, did I send it to myself? Wait a minute, guys. I thought I sent it to myself. If I didn't, let's do that right now. For a first-time Bachelorette, I felt like Michelle killed it. I really, really did. I mean, she was, like, not nervous or anything. She was holding it down like, this is my show. And let's go. And even Clayton mentioned it. He was like, I thought that she would be like nervous, but she wasn't. And I don't know. I'm like, I know you made it really far in Matt James season, but I was just like, you are real chill and cool, calm, and collected in this position. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing. So I don't have any complaints. I was just shocked because everybody is a little awkward. You know what I mean? But not Michelle. Mother killed it, and she also looked great. Let me bring up her pic. Just real chill. And this is her outfit. Let me just say, the lighting on this in this picture does the dress no justice. We all watched the episode. She looked great. Anytime you have a sparkle, I am in. Body is snatched, arms fitted to the gods. I think she looked absolutely great. I loved it. I love this dress. I will go out on a limb and say, for me, this is the best dressed Bachelorette since I've been watching this show. And I've been watching it since Rachel's season. For me, this is the best dressed Bachelorette for the first time meeting the men. This first dress out, for me, best dress. And guys, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch the episode if you can, or just get some video image. The dress looks amazing on camera. This is what I'm talking about. When you wear garments on camera, you have to get something that looks well under HD cameras. Unfortunately, it does not look good in iPhone photos, but under HD cameras, phenomenal. Phenomenal. The best dressed bachelorette since I've been watching, and that's since Rachel's season, hands down for me. Moving on. Her parents. I feel like Michelle is a great pick, right? She looks good. She is cool, calm, and collected. She is a hit with kids. So anytime kids love you, adults trust you. So she's a great bachelorette for that. But I have to be honest, I feel like her parents also got her this position. Like, how can you not love those parents? When the mom was talking about to Michelle, and she was just like, I want you to find a guy like your dad. And then she was just like, because your dad is my everything. And then the dad was like, you're about to make me cry. And I was like, well, I'm already crying. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I love her parents. I love her parents. And I love the fact that Michelle was just like, I am looking for the real deal because I grew up with the real deal. Ugh. Whoever picked her, good job. Because, I was on and out. I was like, I don't really know, because Michelle was just, I didn't think that she could hold the lead position. She's doing a great job. Sometimes people really don't show up in the audition. They show up maybe in the screen test, you know what I mean? But she showed up. She showed up. And I'm really shocked but proud. Really shocked but proud. Somebody like Claire, right? She shows up at the audition. You just know what you're going to get. Michelle, I didn't really know what I would get as a bachelorette, but she did a great job. She did a great job. Because I thought, because Michelle was very cutesy and mousy on Matt James' season, I was just like, can we do a whole season of this? That cutesy, mousy girl did not show up. She was nowhere to be found. Michelle was just like, this is what I want. Yeah, this is what I'm interested in. I'm here to find a husband. Let's go. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, sis. All right, Chris. Let me get his pickup. Chris, they did. I don't know why. He could be a wild card. I don't know why he got so much footage this episode. I don't know if there's going to be a story with him down the line, but they really focused on him, right? He had that whole opening, and I was like, oh, shoot, what I do to my hair? There we go. He had that whole opening, and I was like, is he going to go far? Anyway, Chris is a cutie, right? He is a cutie. But you know what trips me up about him is that he has tall features, but in a short body, right? Like, Chris is the kind of guy who, no shade, Chris, but like unintentionally would height fish you. He does not look like, in this picture, that if you blow it up, everything is going to stop. Right? I don't know if I'm making sense, but he just looks like a very tall guy in pictures. And then you see him and you're like, oh my God. And not that he's short, right? I think Michelle is like 5'8". So Chris is not a short guy, but I don't know. He serves face, but like 6'3" face. The face is 6'3". It always throws me off with him. Every time I see him, I'm like, who was that guy? Oh, that's Chris. Oh, that's Chris. Right? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. He serves 6'3" face. And it's not good or bad. I'm just saying, like, I would never think that he was like 5'8". I just had to say that. Let's move on. And Chris, I said you unintentionally height fish, meaning you don't mean to do that. But it just comes with the face. It just comes. Maybe it's this. Is it the Hercules cleft in the chin? Is that what's giving 6'3"? Oh my God. Is it that? Is the cleft chin a 6'3" feature? Maybe. I'm sorry. Let's get into Ryan. The fix was in. I'm sorry. The fix was in for Ryan because listen. So Tay-Tay and White Tay-Tay, I'm gonna figure out her name. White Tay-Tay, they show up. So Black and White Tay-Tay show up, right? And they're meeting some of the guys and they're going through the guys' stuff, right? When they go, like when they show up like at Spencer's room or whatever, they're talking to them, they're going through the stuff. It's something different about Ryan, right? The whole setup is just something a little different about Ryan. And then early in the chat, you all let me know that that he was on The Bachelor Live in 2020 and he was a part of that whole thing. I feel like the producers knew who Ryan was. I don't think they were shocked to find that notebook. I think they knew who he was. And I don't think they knew that Michelle would like send him home on night one. But I think they knew who he was and they knew what they were going to get when they picked him. Because there's no way that this guy who you've already interviewed, right? If he was on The Bachelor Live 2020, you guys already have a history with him in some kind of way. He's already in the Bachelor Nation universe. So you have a history with this guy, right? And I just honestly believe that whoever Ryan's story producer was went to the EPs of the show and was just like, I got some tea. And the tea I got will be magnificent for somewhere throughout this season. And I think that story producer went to the EPs and the EP said, let's make this something. Because here is why. When they're going through everybody's stuff, is real different with Ryan. I just got to be honest. I don't think that Ryan, who was so meticulous, right, with writing out everything that he was going to do on the show, all the notes, getting notes from other people on what to do, on how to survive on this show, would be so sloppy to leave his summer school folder of all the Bachelor Nation notes that he could find out there with a camera in the room. I just don't think he would be that sloppy. I think them heifers went searching through that guy's room, because when we see them in there and they're like, we're going to start just snooping, so you might want to go away. He's like, all right, I'll leave. He was already a little cautious, right? But when we see him leave, then we cut back to this jump scene and Tasia and Caitlin have all of this stuff out. They discovered all of these notes. They went snooping through that boy's stuff. Because if you look back at it and when we originally go into the room, you don't see that. You don't see that. They had to go through that man's stuff to find that folder and get all of that information and tea to be disturbed, right? And I'm not saying that when there was one thing that they found where Ryan was just like, get her to like you or something like that. Obviously, a huge red flag. Obviously, I would not want Michelle to be with somebody like that if she's looking for love on this show. Let's be real about what this show is, right? So I wouldn't say she should keep a guy like that around, right? Especially if he was sloppy enough to get discovered like that. But what I'm saying is, everybody on this show has a summer school folder like Ryan, multiple summer school folders like Ryan, with all the information of what they need to do to last on this show, to appeal to fans, to appeal to the producers, to be picked for other shows or spinoffs or things that they have. Everybody comes on this show with an agenda and a plan. The only difference is they're smart enough to hide their plan in a Google Sheets document that's password protected. Ryan writing everything out and leaving it there. Why the hell are you writing stuff out? It's 2021. He was just sloppy about it. I just don't want to condemn him for doing something that everybody on this show is doing. You don't think that Michelle is doing that? The difference with Michelle, what she's doing the same thing that Ryan is doing with the notes, right? But the difference is that she has producers who are her notebook. Ryan brought his little notebook, but producers are her notebook, right? Producers are telling her what to say. Producers are telling her how to approach. Producers are telling her who to keep. Producers are telling her who to cut. So that is her notebook, so that she can look appealing to the audience and so that she can stay in this esteem that all the bachelorettes need to stay in. Now, again, I'm not saying if you find out information about this guy that you were considering, if you were, to keep him. I get it. And I understand, but I can't make this dude a villain for doing something that everybody does. Everybody on the show does it. If you mean to tell me, if you had never been on Bachelor before or Bachelorette or whatever, and you know somebody who is obsessed with this show, who will be able to give you information on how to survive, to stay on, to stay on another day, another week, so that you can keep this payment of monies coming from this show so that you can increase your Instagram followers, you wouldn't reach out? Because this is a life-changing show. We got to be real, right? grocery store Joe would have still been at his parents' Aldi's, swiping lettuce had it not been for this show. So it's a life-changing show. It's a huge opportunity for a lot of people. Everybody comes on this show calculated, even the leads. From the leads to the villains, everybody comes on this show calculated. I don't think that anything that he did was wrong. And I just think he was sloppy about it. I do think that Michelle obviously should have cut him after finding the information out that Ryan, and you could have really been there for her, right? You could have really been attracted to Michelle. But that note in there that I believe you got from somebody else who told you what to do to survive on the show, make her like you. And it just came off very manipulative. And I don't see myself keeping you, even knowing what this show was about, right? It was Michelle's decision. She asked Ryan to respect her decision because she told him, she was just like, I found some stuff and I can't keep you here because I just don't feel comfortable with you staying here because this is a huge red flag for me. He tried to like beg and plead and she was just like, respect my decision. She said it twice. He respected her decision and she sent him packing. But, I don't think it's fair to just show a clip of some notes. If you're going to like put that out there about this dude, let us evaluate the notes as well. Let us see what you see to get you to make this decision. Because there was also a note, like a section where Michelle is reading out what exes have told him, right? So he reached out to exes to get information on what he did wrong in the relationship so that he can improve himself on this before he gets on this show when he meets Michelle so that he can be a better person. I don't know what was so wrong about that. I don't know. I mean, I would never reach out to an ex for what? Like, you know what I mean? But he decided to do that so that he can get additional information on how to be a better person. I just don't think it's a bad thing. I just don't think it's a bad thing. And I feel like the fix was in for that dude. And I feel like he just got a bad edit. I feel like he got a bad edit, not saying that he's innocent, but I just feel like the way this show did it, I don't think it was as bad as what we saw. I really, really, really don't. And shout out to, was it Aaron? Hold on, I had it saved. I had your comment say, was it Sammy? No, Sammy was the one who told me about Wendy's candles. Adriana, shout out to Adriana, who sent me Reality Steve's tweet about Ryan's girlfriend. So Reality Steve says in his tweet, update, spoke to Ryan's ex, Brittany, about his documents and if those were all his. This was her response. That's been added to the column because he did a whole column about Ryan. And Brittany, Ryan's ex, says, no taking it down, LOL. All I can say with certainty is that he typed out all of those notes. He's crazy about his Google Docs. We would take trips and he would make 12 pages of where to go at what time. He also had a doc of info about me, like my favorite things, and also adds to his relationship docs every time he gets out of a relationship so he knows what to work on before the next person he dates. In fact, some of what they read in the section was advice I gave him. You can't make this stuff up. And she puts like a laughing emoji. Okay, so what was wrong with that? What was wrong with that? I mean, I even responded to Adriana. I was like, this is actually kind of sweet. Like making a document of like when you're dating somebody, you're just getting to know this person. So making a list of things that the person likes, making a list of their favorite stuff, their favorite food, so that you can do that for them and their relationship. What is weird about that? Like, that's my thing. I'm like, I don't like them trying to make this guy like some kind of weirdo for making documents, mainly because probably I do the same thing. Like as an adult who deals with ADD, I have to do stuff like that. I have to do Google Docs with birthdays and people's favorite things and stuff that I have to do because for me, time management can get away from me because my brain is running, a lot faster than the other people's brains, which is why I also have a stutter because so much stuff is happening in my mind and trying to get that out at one time makes me stumble a lot or I miss out on stuff. So I do have a lot of docs. I have calendars, like social stuff. I do that. I have a lot of calendars. I have a lot of docs about things that I have to do and things that I need to remember. And it just, to me, doesn't seem like a bad thing. It really, really doesn't. I feel like the only thing that Ryan did that was weird to me, that wasn't weird, that I felt like he should have been cut for, was the comment about the note about making her like you or something like that. But again, I don't know in what context that was in because I just got what they fed me, right? So I just can't trust it because I don't know if it's as bad as the show made it out to be. And I really don't want this guy to get a certain edit and being made to be a weirdo like this girl, like his ex. It's always, I'm telling you, it is always somebody ready to take you down. Like, Brittany, you just wait. You were waiting for the moment to be contacted so that you could soil this man's name. Have some respect. But yeah, I'm torn with the Ryan thing. I really, really am, because I just feel like the fix was in for him. I feel like the fix was in for that dude. And welcome to reality TV. You give over your image to this show and they can do whatever they want with it. If what you were doing was innocent, if what you were doing is because, like me, you not suffer, but you have ADD and you just can't, you gotta put stuff down so that you can keep up with stuff. I totally understand. But again, we don't know. We don't know. So it was a little weird for me. It was a little weird for me. And I'm just not quite sure that I can make a full decision on where I stand with this, because I don't think we got all the necessary information presented for us to make a, an honest assumption of what happened. Let's move on. Clayton arrives, and I gotta be honest, another thing, the fix was in with Clayton. I feel like that Clayton was hired already to be the Bachelor before he got to the Bachelorette, because it just doesn't make any sense that right now he's filming his season. He's filming his season. They're probably on like week 5 at this point, and we're getting to the first episode of the Bachelorette. He was hired before he got here. He was hired before we got here. And I feel like I'm correct on that, because just by how he has been featured this episode, I feel like he's going to get featured a lot on this season, and he's going to get a great edit so that we will be invested in his journey next season. Another fix. I could be wrong, but it's giving me fix. It's giving me fix. The Canadian poet arrives, and he arrives doing poetry. I feel like he's going to get on my nerves with the poetry. I feel like he's going to get on my nerves. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's him. The Canadian poet. He got out of that that limo. I'm here to meet a queen, want to be you and me, everything. Can't you see? Boy, you're going to get on my nerves. You're going to get on my nerves with that poetry. You're going to get on my nerves. Then we meet Clint Eastwood's grandson. What? I have a picture of him, don't I? Let's get into this guy. He's going to be a ham. Michelle, deal with him lightly, right? And the only reason why I say deal with Clint Eastwood's grandson lightly is because his granddad is Hollywood royalty, right? And if at some point you want to work in this industry, like if you don't want to go back to teaching, you really want to make this something, just go easy on the dude. You don't want to have bad blood with anybody, with any Hollywood royal. I'm talking business. I'm talking business. I'm talking industry. Yeah. As long as that man is alive, you don't want to mess with any of his bloodline. That's all I'm gonna say. But he's gonna be a ham this season. He's gonna be annoying this season, Michelle. We already see it. We already see it with him arriving in them panties. Go easy. Go easy. I gave that to you for free. Will. Let me bring up his picture. Will, the lost member of Shalimar. Didn't he seem a lot zestier than you expected? He was a lot zestier. I don't know what he's going to be like in the rest of the season, but I was like, I didn't expect this, because you guys sent me his YouTube channel, and he's a lot different in his YouTube channel. I don't know why he was so zesty on this show. We will figure it out. We will figure. Look at this lighting. Now it's getting like goosebumps. Like I'm telling y'all, scary story. I'm going to do better with my lighting tomorrow. I promise you. Let's get into Michelle and Joe and the ghosting thing. Michelle, I like her. That's the last time I'm going to reiterate that, because yeah, I found some problems with her this episode. Here is why. So when Michelle sees Joe, she's like, hey. He's like, hey. And she's like, do I know you? And he's like, maybe. And she's like, what's your name? And he's like, Joe. So give us a last name or whatever. And she's like, I know you. Did that happen in your DMs? And he's like, possibly. I don't know why he was so vague about that. And then he like backs up and moves away, right? And so then she goes to speak to Tay Tay and Caitlyn, Nikki, come on, because I always, for some reason, I want to say Tay Tay and White Tay Tay. But she goes to talk to them and they're like, what's going on, girl? They were fun this episode. I will say that. They were really fun. Their commentary and the guys' commentary with all the men that walked in, that was really cute to see because it did seem like girlfriends watching their girlfriend pick up some dudes. That's what it looked like. It was cute. They're starting. I'm warming up to the two hosts. I'm warming up to the two. Y'all know I'm against it, but I'm starting to warm up to the two hosts. Anyway, so then Michelle walks over to them and she's like, yeah, I know him. I hopped in his DM and we just talked a bit about basketball and then he ghosted me. Immediately, I'm like, Michelle, you acting weird. You're acting weird, right? So then later in the episode, she goes to talk to Will and she's just like, I just want to know like what was going on because we were talking for a bit and then I never heard from you. And it's like, it's becoming a red flag for me and I'm feeling a little insecure and I just want to make sure you're all in because, you know, we did talk before and you didn't seem all in. Now it went from, we just chatted a bit about basketball and that was it to all of a sudden, you not getting back to me about a basketball game is a red flag and I'm unsure if you're all in. How the hell did you get all of that from that one discussion? Because you made it seem like it was nothing in the beginning. Now, all of a sudden, you can't trust his decisions because of an Instagram conversation that y'all had about basketball? Michelle, you're moving weird, right? So then Joe tells her, he was like, well, a lot was going on at that time. You know, I have a property around George Floyd Square. Like I'm in that area. And it was a weird time. And it was, you know, a lot of stuff was happening. My mind was just not in the right place to be trying to build a relationship right now because I was basically experiencing trauma, right? Any Black person during that time was out of their damn mind, right? Because it's a lot going on. It's a lot of fear. It's a lot of anger. It's a lot of just feeling like distressed and depressed. We all went through something with that. Any Black identifying person, because I know Michelle identifies as a person of color, right? So she says something. She's like, "Oh, I get it. You know, as a Black man, I know it was very hard for you to experience, but I just need to know if you're really here for the right reason." So this just gives me something to think about. Excuse me, a Black man just told you that the racial divide that was televised not only to the whole world, but in a neighborhood which he lives in, shootings, all kinds of craziness with the police. He had to go to therapy. He just told you that, and your response was, I'm still unsure about you because you didn't get back to me when we were talking about basketball on Instagram. She lost me there. Let me charge my computer, but she lost me there. Hold on. She lost me there. I need a better light. Should I bring this light on? Child, it's the ghetto in me. It is the ghetto in me. I'm trying to make this work. And y'all done said I look pretty, so I don't want to change my position. Spooky tales about the Bachelorette. So that's where she lost me, right? Because after he gave her that explanation, she still is unsure and got this man on pins and needles. And I'm just like, did you hear what he said, girl? Now, I know, Michelle, you identify as a person of color. So maybe, you know, what was happening racially didn't affect you as it did, you know, as much as it did Joe, right? So maybe you're able to bypass a lot of what was happening. But he told you he wasn't. He was affected by everything that was going on, and his mind was not in the space at that moment to begin a relationship or even start to talk to somebody when his mind isn't in the right place. You can't respect that. For this dude to be like, I don't really know. Like, I can't really wine and dine you and court you because I'm fearing for my life right now. I'm real scared of where I'm at and what's happening in the world. I gotta save what little bit of mind I have and focus on getting through this time. How can you not read? I just didn't understand how she still left that with him being a red flag. I would have been like, oh my gosh, me too. You know, I would have been like, yeah, I get it. I totally understand. Because I'm gonna be real with you, sis. Why the hell were you fishing for Peen during that time? Listen, even in the apocalypse, right? People still got wants and needs. So I do understand that, he was like, the world is burning, so let me get some Peen before I die. Maybe that was it. I don't know, but I'm just like, that's a real weird time to be trying to get a man, even as a person of color. Like, that's where she lost me. She had me the whole episode, but she lost me during that conversation with Joe. I'm just like, how do you not understand where he's coming from? Again, and I'm not being shady, it could be the person of color thing, because if you're not Black identifying and that's like not your experience, you really were not that affected by, not saying that you weren't, right? Because I don't want to say like, because there are a lot of people who are affected by it. But that experience, that time, Black people went through a totally different experience than the rest of the world, right? So maybe that's what it is. But I just, she lost me. She lost me with that. So let's get to oh wait, I bypassed Ryan real quick. I will say this about Ryan. Michelle sends him home, right? Two things. I do think that the fix was in with him, but I also think that the producers realized that he wouldn't be good on the show, that he probably would kill in paradise. I guarantee you, excuse me, we're going to see Ryan in paradise. Here's why we're going to see Ryan in paradise. The producers know that Ryan wants something from the show, and he wants it bad enough that he will make a whole spreadsheet about how to rise to the top on this show, right? Not good for the Bachelor, not good for the Bachelorette, but on Paradise, Ryan's going to kill. So I promise you, we will see Ryan on the next season of Paradise. He's perfect for it. He's perfect for it. We will see him and those hips and that juicy booty in Paradise, where he will kill. Let's get to the rose ceremony. So Michelle, despite her red flags, picks Joe at the last minute. Picks Joe at the last minute, and she ends up sending home on this episode Ryan, Jamari with the arms. Where's Jamari? Let me bring him up. Ryan the scammer. Ryan, you were so sloppy. The sloppy scammer got sent home. Then there is Jamari with the arms, who was eliminated. I will say, Jamari, you know what I think got you eliminated? That stunt. When you ripped off the arms of that blazer, Michelle didn't light up like you expected. She's like, oh, okay. Like, it didn't go over the way that you planned. I will say, I thought it was a cute stunt, but I think it probably would have killed in 1983, right? And it probably would have killed in 1983 with a woman who has a wrestler fetish. You just picked the wrong time and the wrong target. That's it. But you're going to kill in paradise. She got a great body. You're going to kill. She also sent home Brandon K. Yeah, there just wasn't anything there. I didn't see her talking to him. Like, what little footage we got at the cocktail ceremony, I didn't see her really talking to him. She didn't really light up when she met him. I mean, you waited way too long to get to what the beads were for. He put the beads on her neck and he was like, where I'm from, when I put these beads on you, you got to show me your. And he was there for like a minute, acting like he cupping her titties. And she was like, well, I'm going to give this back to you. He's like, oh no, your heart. First impressions are very important on this show, guys. Very important. Do not go up to the Bachelorette, give her beads, tell her you're from New Orleans, and say, because I gave you this beads, you know what you got to do. You got to show me your, and wait too long to get to heart. First impressions are really important, like ripping off the arms of your blazer. It's not going to work with everybody, and it did not work with this Bachelorette. Maybe if you were on the Bachelorette, the senior edition of the Bachelorette, maybe that will work, but it did not work in 2021 with this millennial. It didn't work. Who else did she get rid of? Oh, she got rid of Brian, the tree. Remember I told you about the tree that I wanted to climb? She got rid of him. Michelle, you don't want to climb that tree? You know what? Come to think of it, you got enough trees there. Sinbad. What's his name? Sinbad? I call him Sinbad. Damn it. Sinbad. He's 6'8". I'm going to find him, whoever his name is. What is his name, y'all? I call him Sinbad. Damn it, I forgot his name that quick. The Sinbad looking guy, he's 6'8". So she got enough trees there. She has enough trees there. She also sent home... Garrett with the cane. Garrett, you got to do something with that hair, baby. You have to do something with that hair. You are 33 and you date yourself. It's giving American Psycho. The hair, the outfits, it's not giving what it's supposed to have gave. Okay. You showed up to that show looking 53. 53, just in body image. Like, what are you doing? I understand you had the whole cane thing, but honestly, it looked like it fit your personality. You are 33. Why are you aging yourself when you're in your 30s, child? That's when you try to young it up. But yeah, I understood her sending home Garrett. There was no type of connection there. And it seems like Garrett wasn't interested in her either. He's going to kill in paradise. He's going to kill in paradise. Who else did she got rid of somebody else? She got rid of that weird guy from Philly. Yeah. Jack. I'm sorry, Jack. I will say this about you, Jack. You look a lot better on camera than you do in your pictures. You do. You got to get rid of this hair, baby. This hair. Jack has hair like, what is that character from that scary movie? You know the movie The Boy? That demonic porcelain doll? That's how he has his hair. And I feel like if you change your hair, Jack, you will change your life. You will change your life. Yeah, but those are, Edward. Did we get Edward? Yeah, Edward. Edward went home as well. Another guy that I think is going to kill in paradise. I liked Edward. But yeah, that's actually who went home. I'm not mad at her for sending him home, right? I didn't see any chemistry. I like when I saw Jack, I was like, yeah, I think you're going to go on the first night. So I wasn't shocked. I was shocked about Brian, the tree. I was really, really shocked. So this episode, it was cute, right? It was a little drier than I expected, but maybe this episode is dry because the rest of the season is going to be fire, juicy. Maybe that's what it is. But it was cute. I enjoyed it. Michelle left the teacher Michelle at home. She is here about her business. And she is here about love. And I'm here for it. Congrats to her. It seems like it's going to be a fun ride. You know, it seems like a lot of brothers are going to go far. So I'm here for that. Let's talk about who I think, well, not who I think, but who are my top 5. I could be wrong, but I'm just going off of Michelle's initial reaction to these guys and also the trailer. So my top 5 are... Joe. Because Joe, I feel like she really likes Joe. I feel like she likes Joe. And I think her issue is she probably likes Joe more than he likes her. But I like Joe. I think he's going to go far. My number 2 is Jamie. Here is why. I would have never picked Jamie for Michelle. I would have never thought that she was interested in him. But baby, when she saw Jamie, her face lit up. And he's all throughout the trailer. So I think she might really be into this dude, like real talk. So yeah, Jamie. My next is Brandon, another guy who I did not think that she would be interested in, but she seems to be really interested in Brandon. lit up when she talked to him, and he's all throughout that trailer. He might go home episode 3, but so far, this is what I think she's this is who I think will go far. My next is Martin. Martin is not showing up for me, but it seems like he goes far. It seems like he goes far. Martin, I hope you are not all body and no personality. I really, really do. But it's you showing up real different on camera. I don't know, Martin. Nate, Sinbad. This is who I think will go far as well. Another guy I was shocked about, but she lit up when she saw him. When he grabbed her hands, the way her body posture changed, she was like, oh. She was really, this is the thing. She was really excited about him. So I don't know if she was really excited about him or if it's her height that is confusing her heart. It happens to me, so it could be happening to Michelle, but that is my top 5. My top 5 is Joe, Jamie, Brandon, Martin, and Nate. My wild card, and I'm just going based off of their chemistry initially and the trailer. Rodney. She really likes him, y'all. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Let me correct myself. I don't know why I acted shocked, right? That was wrong of me. But I just would never think that he would be her type. But she seems to have really, really like Rodney. So that's my wild card. I don't know. Rodney could be top 3. Who knows? I will say this. I don't know who's going to win, but I can assure you this. Some man on this show with a white mama is going to win this season, because let's talk about it. When we met all the bachelors, everybody, I was like, the thing that a lot of them have in common is a white mama. Everybody had a PJ was the only one. PJ, Malik, and Alameda, the only ones with black mamas. Everybody else had a white mama. I said, well, all right. Was that in the description? Was that in the audition notice? Because baby, I'm kidding. I don't know. Maybe I'm nervous about the spirit of Matt James. Maybe it's the Matt James spirit that is scaring me, because I'm like, oh Lord, we don't need another Matt James. But anyway, that is my thoughts on this episode. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. I got a lot of comments. Let's talk. I'm going to scroll up to get some older ones. And then, I got that right. Yeah, I got that. Donna said, as soon as I saw PJ step out that fire truck, I lost it. And don't get me started with Fine A. Martin. PJ is fine. I don't know if he's Michelle's type. He gonna kill in paradise. I don't think PJ is winning. And you know what? He could be her type, right? But PJ, the personality is lacking. I gotta be honest with you. First impressions with Michelle are very important. We have come to realize, right? And when you met her, she was just like somebody else came in a fire truck, like trying to get in some fun banter with you. And you were like, oh, really? Who? Are you not, you're not catching on to the playfulness? And not saying that he was like upset about it, but he was more curious to find out who was the other firefighter and not being focused on her and engaging in the playfulness. I was like, oh, you missed all of the clues, PJ. Oh God, I hope like Martin, you were just, pretty to look at and no personality. Come on. All the men that I'm rooting for, no personality, at least on this show. Denard said, I love how Michelle was giving us upset teacher vibes. Yeah, that's what it was. I love how she was giving upset teacher vibes, and I'm not in trouble, but I was scared. Yes, when she was talking to Ryan, and Ryan was just like, I was just, my friends just gave me notes on how to do on this show. And she's like, just give me. And he was like, I actually leave. She was like, yeah, do that. I was like, oh my God. I felt like it looked like Michelle found one of her students cheating. And it was just like, please don't call my mom. No, let me figure this out. Have a seat, Nikki. Oh, Jesus. You know, that's what it felt like. And I'm so glad you called that out. Hey, Tahara. Tahara said, hi, Nikki. I hope you talk about Michelle's the budget is budgeting, baby. The budget is budgeting, and I am so happy. So happy. She's blowing all the bachelorettes out of the water. A mansion in a Porsche. I say yes. Yes. And she's hanging out in the Indian Springs area. Money. They put money into this bachelorette, as they should. As they should. Ciao. Another reason why these lives are going to be a little late, there's construction going on, and you literally have to wait because if I would have done it earlier, my God, today it would have been so freaking loud. If I do a weekend live, I may do that one early. Listen to my girl, Tracy. Tracy says, Star family, please like, comment, subscribe, and share because you care. Hit that notification button, please, and thank you. Sunshine Roberts said, the Italian guy said he doesn't want to talk politics in 2021. I don't trust him. He's not coming off likable. He is not coming off likable. And it's so unfortunate because a man that can cook is a man to my heart, but he is not coming off likable. Ryan Lauren said, for real, I hope for more shades of black people, but it's mostly biracial light-skinned men. Well, we also have to realize that Michelle has to pick what she likes, right? And so the show is picking for her attraction. They're also picking for, Paradise. We got to be honest. They're picking for her season. They're picking for Paradise. They're picking for The Bachelor. They're picking for other shows that they have. So, maybe this is what Michelle was interested in. I honestly think that she asked for somebody who is biracial, like who has a makeup like herself. I just don't think that all of these men having white moms is a coincidence. I think she wanted something like that because, like Joe said, he was just like, Michelle and I both come from biracial families, and we have that shared experience. And I think that's what she was looking for, to have a partner who can understand her culture, her dynamic, how she sees things. I don't know if her and Joe see the world the same, but child, let's see if she trusts them red flags. But yeah, I think that's what she was looking for. And honestly, I think that's very important. You know what I mean? I think which is why you have a lot of people who marry within their culture, right? Because it's just easier to have a partner who gets you, and culture is a huge part of who you are. So it's just easier to have those things. So I don't see this being like a casting issue, like them like, oh, we're going to pick just light-skinned dudes. I think they picked what Michelle wanted, and then they had to pick for the other shows that they're casting as well. So that's what I think. I could be wrong, but who knows? Virgo said she ends out. Listen, no, I'm not saying this is a spoiler, but let's let's keep it to ourselves if we feel like we know who wins. I don't believe that though, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, thank you, Shannon. I got that comment. Exactly. Shawanda said, since when do they do room checks? When you know you got a thirsty contestant on the show. I know, Caitlin. The tree went home. I was so disappointed. So disappointed. Whitney said, yes, Nikki, this is an assortment of biracial men with Caucasian mothers. I found it interesting. I think that's what Michelle asked for. I gotta be honest with you. Yes, Yolande talking about PJ said he could have said, I bet my truck is bigger. The way that would have floored Michelle, like, who was it? No, he's in there right now? Oh, wow. Another firefighter. Why were you so focused on all the guys I like? This happens to me every season. Everybody that I'm rooting for ends up disappointing me on this show. Disappointing me. Yeah, Sunshine said exactly. He was more concerned about the other man and not Michelle. Weird. Weird. I wouldn't be surprised if she sent him home. They probably said, we got 4 black guys here. You can't send more than one home tonight, girl. Hold on. It's Biggie lip smacker season. Last year, I only got one because I thought they would keep this around. They didn't. Like right after Christmas, it was sold out. So this Christmas, I'm stocking up. I'm stocking up. Gigi said, hate to talk about Matt James, but we all clocked who he was. But this is why producer diversity matters. Yeah, and we're starting to see it. We're starting to see it on this show. Bachelor in Paradise diversified their producers. This show, The Bachelorette, has a EP who was a black woman. So they're diversifying. I mean, I just don't think it's smart to have a lead who is of a certain culture and you don't have somebody of that culture leading the charge. Like I said, culture is a huge part of who you are, how you identify. You need to have that voice in the room. I did. Oh, this is the earlier comment. I called him Sinbad. I got his name now. Eva said yes. I was like, is there a theme? I was just like, every throwback picture. I was like, oh, we all got white mamas here. I think Michelle asked for that. I think she asked for that. And I understand why. Somebody said the beige brigade. Get out of here. Bria said Rodney is fine. He was a wild card for me because Rodney looks better on camera than he does in pictures. He looks better on camera than he does. Taylor, I'm going to give you a timeout. We're going to give you a timeout. We're going to give you a timeout. Oh, God. Oh, Rachel, Rachel and Crafty don't like Martin's hair. I think it's kind of cute. But Martin, you got to give us personality. You got to give us personality. You got to give us personality, baby. She looks so, especially in her confessionals. Whoever, I'm telling you, I don't think that this is the same makeup person, and I don't think it's the same design team. If it's the same design department, I think they diversified that department as well in culture and in youth. Because, baby, this Bachelorette looks a lot different than the rest of them other ones. Her makeup was flawless. Hair, amazing. Because you could tell when she was doing her own hair and makeup and when she got to the Bachelorette estate and they started doing the work for her. She looked amazing. Martin is definitely going to paradise. PJ, I want to go to paradise. I don't know. Rodney is definitely going to paradise. The Italian guy is definitely going to paradise right along with Will because of their beef. They're going to continue that beef in paradise. Who else do I think is going to? Ryan. Ryan is going to be up and through paradise. Up and through. Yeah, it would have. Sunshine said PJ should have had the uniform too. It would have been A+. It should have, but I don't know if it's disrespectful to wear like your uniform to something like that. I don't know, but it would have been hot. Let's be real. It would have been hot. He's a Q. I don't know. I'm like, you're a Q. You didn't. This is what PJ's entrance should have been. PJ's entrance should have been like, if you're going to do the firefighter thing, go all the way with it. Show up with firefighters, in a fire truck. Show up with your hat. Run up to her and say, can you put me out? Because, baby, you got me burning up. Something corny and cute, right? Something that will make her laugh. Or you're a whole Q. You couldn't have got your brothers to come up and you guys are like stepping up to Michelle and hit her with this. Like, there's so much he could have done. And he didn't do it. And I'm so disappointed. Caitlin was like, was I the only one who figured out how to solve the fraction on the board when they showed her with her students? Oh, I didn't even attempt. I did not even attempt. Let me tell you something. My little niece asked me to help her with her homework, and the way I was struggling, and I was a star student. I told her father, I was just like, I'm gonna be honest with you. That homework might be wrong. And he was like, oh, okay. I'm not going to change it. He was like, because I struggle. He was like, when she asked you to help her do it, I was like, thank God, because I struggle with that homework every night. I didn't even attempt to solve that fraction. Angela said she was reading Ryan's documents like my English lit teacher read my papers. Baby, she had 3 pages right here. Then she had another page and she was telling Ryan to sit down. I was like, oh my God. Whew. Ooh, when them kids act up, we know which Michelle shows up, baby. Crafty Beach, the new Silas is amazing. They're doing the Lord's work. She looks stunning. Alicia said, Michelle is so mature and I'm loving it. I honestly think it's because she's a teacher. The steaming scenes, who was steaming? May have been edited for her students. Oh, the steamy scenes may have been edited for her students. You know what? Thank you for bringing that up, because I think because she's a teacher, we're going to probably get the kissing that we normally get, but I don't think this is going to be a high sex season. I really don't. I don't think we're going to get her straddling any of these guys. I don't think we're going to get too much talk of fantasy suites and what happened and her the next night. Like, the fantasy suite was amazing. Yeah, I mean, we did things I've never said yes to doing, but with him, with Rodney, how could I say no? We won't be getting that. We'll be getting, we talked a lot, and I found out some things that were very important to me, because as a teacher, yeah, I feel like if she's going to go back to those students, we're going to get a very, ABC Disney, real Disney Bachelorette. And I'm okay with it, because you know what? The steamy stuff on this show is still cringe. So I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Caitlin said, let's be real. The real reason why Michelle sent Ryan home was because he didn't spell. Oh, poor Ryan. The fix was in for that boy. I felt bad. Pardeep is adorable. He is. He's so cute. He's going to kill in paradise, too. He's going to do well in paradise. You think so? Stefania for sure said Katie has a TikTok prepared about her season budget compared to Michelle. If she does, it would be hilariously petty, and I'll be here for it. I'll be here for it. Yolande said, I felt disrespected when he tossed that dough on the floor. Mr. Piece of Man, do not waste dough in front of me, please. Spoken like a person who cooks. I'm telling you, when you cook, it's like you can't waste a thing. It's something in your mind where it's like, I can make this, I can extend this. Miss Brown Sugar said, I'm still on Black Mama Watch 2021. Last seen during Rachel's hometown in 2017. Are we going to get any Black Mamas at the end? I don't think you should look for it this season. And no, it ain't happening. Hey, Taylor said, you know what? I took you out of timeout. Should I? Taylor said, let's be honest. Most biracial couples are a Black man and another race. It's not a coincidence. It's a known issue that more Black men seek other races to procreate than Black women. Yeah, it's true. I mean, to be quite honest with you, it's not like an epidemic, right? You know what I mean? Like, Black people still, as a whole, do not date interracially like a lot of other cultures, but our men are known to go outside of the tribe more than the women. But if you look at it, it's every culture, right? Because the men are allowed to do things culturally within the culture that women are not allowed to do. White men date outside of their race more than white women. You know what? I think, and I could be wrong, but I think the Asian community is the only community where the women date outside of the culture more than the men. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have no problem with that. But I just, speaking of cultures where the men are the dominant, um, men are allowed to do stuff that we're not able to do because that's just how society has been built. Hopefully it'll change soon, but that's just a reality that a lot of us have to deal with. Um, Men will be called the king. We will be called the bed witch. Who wants that drama? Hey Megan. Megan said, I think it would be nice to have a more Pacific Islander representation. Oh, I absolutely agree. Has there ever been a contestant of Samoan or of Samoan descent on the show? Megan, I don't know. I can't think that far back because I started watching this show religiously when Rachel came on, for Rachel's season. So I'm not sure. I am not sure. I would love that too. I would love that too. Hey, Seven Lily. Seven Lily said, I think she'll very going to the fantasy. Nikki, you forget about her rubbing on Matt. Excuse me, on butter with that spa date. I think she'll very going. Enjoy going? Are you saying enjoy going to the fantasy suite? Is that what you're saying? I did forget about her rubbing the butter on Matt. You know what? Listen, I could be wrong because to be honest with you, is she, if this is a huge opportunity for her, if she, is able to flip it, she might not go back to teaching. She might wrap up teaching and do something else because I think this is a huge opportunity, right? And it's a huge opportunity for her to make a lot of money. If that's what she wants, right? She could do this and go back to being a teacher and be fine. Or she can take this opportunity, wrap up her year with her students, and move on to, in her eyes, greener pastures. I'll know for certain if she gets an agent and a manager, if she's going back to teaching. So if you can find that information out before I can, let me know. I'm going to be on the look for that to see who she's represented by. But if she has an agent and a manager, I'm letting you know right now, Michelle's not going back to teaching. Especially if she signed with one of the big agencies, she's not going back to teaching. Lejeune said, was just going to say that about Asian culture. The men choose their moms, especially here in the States. From my personal experience around some within the Korean community. Oh, well, all right. All right. Whitney said, you're right, Nikki. Asian women date more interracially than any other culture, specifically white men. Yeah, go where the money is. The money and the privilege. I get it. Unless you're a Bao from 90 Day Fiance. Child Bao is breaking up Black homes. Carmen Sandy said, Nikki, you have been serving. Oh, thank you. This whole review. I didn't watch the episode, but I'm thoroughly entertained. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Birdie B said exactly. Most Black marriages are interracial, but in comparison to Black women, Black men date outside more. Yeah, I honestly, guys, I think it's every culture, except for the Asian culture. East Asian, right? I'm not saying South Asian. I could because I can't. My only knowledge, what little I have, is of East Asian culture. Alicia said, "You all heard that." I hate to say it. I'm not surprised. Listen, this couple, they're going to get back together, right? Mari and Kitty, if they are officially broke up, are going to break up and get back together because I hate to say it, they just have that toxic couple energy where it's a lot of fighting, but the sex is great. I think that's the core of their relationship. They have great physical chemistry. And I think that they're going to do this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until Mari just realizes that Mari or Kitty, whoever realizes it first, is that their physical connection is not what they need to create a life together. They need something more. So not shocked by that at all. At all. At all. Shadia, what's up? Said, oh, she's staying in her in teaching. She's staying in teaching. Oh, she's staying in teaching. Her season finished on Friday and was back to teaching on Monday. Yes, awesome. Good for her. Good for her. Good for her. Also good for her if she decides to pursue another career. You know what I mean? Denard said, yeah, here in Colorado, majority of the couples I hear are interracial. Yep. Yeah. Do you really have to ask, Taylor? Hey, Wanan said it's a big opportunity for her. I don't blame her. Me either. Rachel's doing well for herself. Rachel, Tay-Tay. Listen, this is a season of the Black Bachelorettes getting the bag. If she wants to follow suit, I'm not mad. I'm not mad, baby. You can still, be in those kids' lives. You can be the mentor. You can, start an organization where you're helping them get money for school or, giving them recommendations. You can still be in their lives and not be their teacher. Alicia said, gosh, I love this site. There is no drama. I have been gone for a little bit due to, the Gabby case, but I am back. Family. Yeah, we keep it light here. You know what I mean? Like, it's, even when we talk about tough stuff, it's all jokes and it's all love. That's what this platform is for. Welcome back, Alicia. Welcome back. Let me get a few more comments and then I gotta get out of here because it's dinner time. Guys, I've done so well. Fun fact about, no, it's not a fun fact. It's not really a big deal, but I have a goal that I'm trying to reach for myself. So, and I've been working on that. Currently, I'm 17 pounds down. You don't need to applaud that, right? I'm just saying I'm working on something and I am, getting to a goal that I wanted for me. So having said that, I want to be in Atlanta for a while. I'm a little concerned. LA, it's easy to do it, right? Because it's not a food city. This place, I went and got Chinese food last night. I ate everything. There was nothing left on the plate. It's like they just know how to season here. The food is so good. The food is so good. So I'm just like, oh my God, I got to do better. So I think what I'm going to do is just work on portion control while I'm here. But I can't turn anything down. I'm good about it in LA. I could be like, oh no, I don't want that. I don't want that hair. I can't say no. So we'll see. We will see. Oh, okay. So they're still together. They're still together. Congrats to them. Congrats to them. I still stand by my statements. I just think this is I think the thing that keeps them together is their physical chemistry. And to be honest with you, some people are in your life for a season, right? And this may be the season where Mari learns some stuff about herself physically that she probably would have never known had she not been with a man like Kenny. We all have a man that has given us an awakening at some point. So I had no idea I like that. Well, now I know, right? But that doesn't mean this is your husband. It happens. It happens. Oh, there was one comment that I wanted to get. There was one comment that I wanted to get. I missed it. But I'm going to get this one. What's up, Trixie? Trixie said, hey, Nikki, I don't watch this show. I'm just here for you, Nikki. Thank you so much, Trixie. Thank you so much for being here. I agree, Steph. I just think it will never happen on this show. Unfortunately, I would love to watch a Bachelor or Bachelorette show, or just Bachelor or Bachelorette from a show produced by the someone within the LGBTQ community. Because why not? Why not? They find love every day. We should be able to watch that as well. But I just don't think it's ever going to happen. I used to watch a show kind of like The Bachelor on Logo. It was, do you guys remember that show? It was so good. It was so messy. It was everything that I wanted The Bachelor or The Bachelorette to be, and better. better. I loved that show. I mean, there was drama, there was mess, there was backstabbing, there were fights, there were meltdowns. Ah, such a good show. And then there was love in the end. Love in the end. And The Bachelor was hot. Hot. Yeah, Denard said Abigail and Noah are posting like crazy together. They are, which concerns me. Which concerns me. Because this is the thing. I'm like, when you invite all those people into your relationship consistently, you invite opinions, right? And then you invite concern when you stop posting. So it's just like, I get that you guys are happy and you're young and you're excited about what you're doing. But I'm just like, social media relationships are difficult. If it's the real deal, keep it off of social media. If you were able to find love on that reality TV show, great. I would say keep it off of social media. I would say as much, right? Because you have to do that for the business that you're in, but as much, right? Because too much is never a good thing, especially for social media. Especially I like Riley and Marissa. I really, really do. I just think they're unequally yoked. And the reason why I say I think they're unequally yoked is because Marissa, from what I've seen, I could be wrong. I feel like Marissa loves him a little bit more than he loves her. And that is a concern. That kind of matchup never really works. Never, ever works, to be quite honest with you. So I don't know, sis. I don't know. I feel like Marissa is in. I don't know how in Riley is. Hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong. Because Marissa's so happy with that man. So happy. Oh my God. Crafty Beach said Pardeep was the first Indian American to ever get a rose on The Bachelorette. Wow. Wow. Is it because a lot of South Asian men do not sign up for this show? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Right now, I shipped Michelle and Joe. I really, really do. I feel like that is a good setup for her. But I'm just like, girl, you can't be expecting too much from him so early on. So early on. We will see. We will see. Oh, really? Gaia Farah said Australia's current Bachelorette is bi. They cast. Oh my gosh. That is great. I don't know if we'll ever see it on ABC. I don't know if we'll ever see it on ABC. I really don't. I think maybe on the streaming service, they might do something like that. But on network TV, on ABC, I don't think they would do that. ABC caters to Middle America a lot. And a lot of Middle America is white, conservative, middle age. That's their demographic. Very evangelical, PC. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that will ever happen on this network. Now, Fox will probably do it. Right. But I just don't see it happening on ABC. NBC, I can see NBC doing it. I can definitely, no, not CBS. Not CBS. Nah, not CBS. But I can see NBC doing it. Oh, really? Caitlin said NikkiStar TV, Serena P is making an appearance on this season. Good for her. Oh, Serena, God bless you. You're 23. You just throwing it all. I'm glad you're happy. 7 Lily said, Nikki, it's 12:30 a.m. here in London and I'm working in the morning. I'll be able to go to sleep when you break for dinner. I'll listen from the beginning in the morning. Thanks, Nikki. Thank you for joining me. 7 Lily, totally appreciate it. Let me get Alicia's and then I'll get one more and then I'll get out of here. Alicia said, what about Pardeep and that woman from Colton season? Her name started with, oh wait, I do remember Alicia. I just don't know her name, but I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I think that was the first Indian or South Asian Indian American person on the show, but I think this is the first Indian American guy or East Asian guy. Listen, congrats to Serena. That is all I'm going to say about that, because she did a whole TikTok about people who said that she's too young to be getting married, or because the 11-year age difference. I don't care about the age difference, right? First of all, May-December relationships are just always going to be hard because there's always going to be the issue of age, right? Because one person will have to wait for the other to go through the season they've already lived through, and then another person will have to sacrifice some things because the older person does not want to do some of the things that this person is interested in, and you have to sacrifice that to be interested in what they're interested in. Listen, it's difficult, right? Age will always come in. That age difference will always show up. However, if you love the guy enough, do it. Or if he's wealthy, do it, right? I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying at 23, I'm gonna be honest with you, as somebody who has lived through some stuff, as somebody who wanted to make certain decisions in my 20s, that I'm so glad that God blocked it. I don't recommend any woman giving her 20s over to a man. I will never recommend that. So if you're somebody who is in their 20s and you're saying, I want to get married, Nikki, what advice did you give me? Already know I'm going to say, don't do it, right? I'm going to say, don't do it. Unless you have a vision that you're not going to make it to 30. So the Lord is just like, you got to do this now. Go for it. If you don't have that vision, I will never tell you to do something like that. So this society will not evolve quick enough for you to live a life that you should. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But God bless Serena and Joe. Oh, she is. See, that's the thing, AJ. Pardon all of us. We forget, myself included, that Serena is Indian. I think a lot of us thought that she was biracial, thought that she had a black dad and a white mom. I forget that. So that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. You know what, Greta? I actually thought about it. But again, my sister has a streaming service. Like, she doesn't have cable. So if I could find Bravo, she does have YouTube TV. So if I could find Bravo and watch the show, then maybe I'll do a live tonight after the reunion. Keep a lookout on my Instagram and on my community page, because I might, if I can find it. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Taylor, I do it all the time. All the time. So, oh, they do. Okay, Ashby 13. Let me find it. I'm gonna find it. And if so, I'll definitely come on and talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. That's what we're talking about, Legato. I will probably come on after that. Let me see. I don't know how long dinner is going to be. So let me see. Let me get out of here. Because I got to find that channel and then I got to go eat. Love y'all. Thank you all for joining me. Like I said before, you guys like this background, but I just need better lighting. So I'm going to see what I can do. But this will probably be my setup for the next 2 weeks. If I don't come on tonight for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, I will be on tomorrow for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and for Married at First Sight. Love you all. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me. Even when I change the times, you guys still show up, and I am so appreciative of all the support that you give me here at NikkiStar TV. Thank you all for getting me to 13K. We did it. Now off to 1 million by January. We can do it. Please make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you need to do. Let's keep on working, Star Family. We can do it. Love you all. See you soon. Bye. What the hell is going on? Bye, y'all. What is going on? Are they still doing construction?